There we are. Um, yes, May. All is okay. Not great, but anyway. Um, and anybody got a question about the class? If you are going to want to say something, raise your hand first, please. Sorry about that phone. Somebody will get it eventually. I hope. And the machine got it. Okay. Anyway, okay, I'm not seeing anything there, so I guess we're all right. I will share my screen and we'll look at a few things here before we get on with the lab. So, okay, you're seeing my screen now. Uh, Announcements, you've already seen this. This was Monday, but exam 3 is going to be next Monday, April 20th. It's going to be on Sapling. There'll be a link to it from Blackboard. Multiple choice questions, same as previous 2 exams. It's going to focus on Chapter 3, Composition of Substances and Solutions, and Chapter 4, Reactions and Stoichiometry. Be sure you can do everything on the presentations for both chapters and the worksheets for both chapters. There may be a few questions from the Sapling assignments, and there will be a few questions taken from back in chapters 1 and 2. So similar to exam 2. Next, I've started trying to keep up the task to where you guys can use that to see what's coming up. So today being the 15th, your heat neutralization lab report is going to be due tonight if you haven't done it already. Then topic introduction for Chapter 6, Quantum Theory, is going to be due on Sunday. And then the topic introduction, periodic trends, will be due on Sunday. And we should finish up the chapter on Friday, I think, to where you guys will be okay. But let me know if you're, having an issue there. And then the homework will also be due on Sunday for that same chapter 6. And then it shows exam 3 is going to be on Monday. And then that's it for right now. I went through and graded some lab reports. There is, I think it's lab 7 or something like that. I don't know, maybe lab 7, that a few people have not turned in. So if you've not done it, you may not be able to now. And if you need me to reactivate the link, tell me, I can do that for you so you can get those submitted. Okay, just make sure you've got all your lab reports in. Okay, you don't want those going to zeros. Okay, just a quick one over to Sapling. Like I said, topic introductions and homework for Chapter 6 is due on the 19th. So anyway, that's all that stuff. Has anybody got a question or anything? Okay, I'm not seeing anything, so I think we're okay there. So let's take a look at the lab we're going to do today. So you go to course materials like usual, go to lab reports, and we're going to be doing lab report 10, experiment 10, atomic spectra simulation. So the first link up here is the instructions for doing the lab, and the rest of these are pictures that go with it. So this activity is a simulation of flame test and atomic spectra experiments. Then this is a link to the fireworks simulation, and then right below that is the link to the flame test and line spectra simulation. After completing the activity, produce a lab report with these items: title, date, partners, data table, and comments. There's a data table in the instructions, so you can see what that needs to look like. And of course, that'll be due a week from today. So then clicking on simulate the flame test simulation instructions, that's the first file. It's going to look like this. In this activity, we identified 7 unknowns on the basis of their appearance in a flame and from their line spectra. In the flame test, the heat energy of the flame is absorbed by the sample. Its electrons are excited to a higher energy level. The electrons then decay, releasing photons of light at quantum intervals. So that's why you only get certain light. That's why you get a line spectrum, only for those lines that are allowed. This activity makes use of the simulations found in the following URLs. First one is fireworks thing, and the second one is the actual flame test and spectra. So in the first simulation, various colors of fireworks are produced by combining different elements with gunpowder. When the gunpowder explodes, part of the energy is absorbed by the elements, the atoms of a certain element, and it releases a light of a particular color depending on the element. It's amazing the Chinese figured this out a long time ago and produced fireworks. In the second simulation, a chemistry laboratory experiment is shown with a flame test and the associated line spectra for different elements in ionic compounds. Now, these are not identifying the compounds. This is only identifying the cation, the metal part of the ionic compound. It doesn't tell you anything about the remainder of the ionic compound. Flame test and line spectra is shown for 7 unknowns in the attached files. Identify each unknown, stating the flame color and the colors of the 3 most prominent lines in its spectra. So you're going to fill in that data table. This won't take you very long, I don't think. I think this should be pretty quick to do. This first part, the fireworks thing, if you click on it, it's going to open up this page. These are free simulations, so there's some ads on the page. You know, trucking and excavating, 20 plus years of experience. I have no idea why they decided to put that one on there. And then below that, there is a little bit of information about the simulation. But what this is showing you is what colors you get depending on what's in the fireworks. So if you had sodium in either the sodium nitrate or the sodium chloride ionic compounds, you would get ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Or over here, there's the other sodium one. Notice they look identical. So we'll kill those. And you guys can play with this a little bit, and you'll see the different colors you get. And that's because of the element that's in that particular ionic compound. Now going back to the instructions here, the other simulation is the flame test and the spectra. So I'll click on it, and it's going to look like this. And right now it's showing us what it would look like for sodium nitrate. It's not going to look any different if we switch to sodium chloride, though. Notice that the flame didn't change and the line spectra didn't change. So for sodium, it has one principal line. It's this yellow line here. So in your report, that's what you're going to say is one yellow line. On some of the other ones, you're going to have more lines. You just pick the 3 that are the most intense and put those in. And to change which one we're seeing, you just click on one of these buttons at the bottom. So if I want barium nitrate, I click there. Now it's that color. Now you've got some other colors in the line spectra that you could pull out. So anyhow, that's how this all works. I'm going to shut down my screen and ask if there's any questions. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. So I need to get you guys in your groups. I've got most of you in there. There's a couple people that came in a little bit later, so I need to add those folks in. Okay, I think I got everybody in the right group. If you see that I've in the wrong group, please send me a chat message. I'll move you to the correct group. And if you guys have a question while you're doing the lab, you can just send me a chat message and I will answer your question. So I'm going to start this right now unless someone has a question. Okay, looks like we're good. I'll hit the start.